Hello, College of the Desert students. Wendy Ansley here, kinesiology professor. I look forward to sharing with you a well-rounded flow. I have my props nearby, and we're going to even utilize the wall towards the end of the practice. The theme for our practice today is stand tall and find the sun. And that symbolizes the importance of self-confidence. Confidence gives you the positive energy to take action to achieve your goals and dreams. The more motivated and energized you are, the more you are to achieve those dreams. As college students, you have so many dreams between your educational, your career, your health, goals and dreams, and self-confidence is paramount for that. In order to be truly happy or content in life, you need to be proud of who you are. And that is a reflection of self-confidence, not conceit, but proud of who you are. Each day when we step on the four corners of our mat, it's an opportunity to cultivate and work on our physical, our mental, and our spiritual health. Yoga is known for boosting self-confidence and self-esteem. Between the postures, the breath, the focus that comes into play, as well as even the transformation when practicing regularly, learning new postures, and even feeling good about your physique. It's an example of yoga and self-confidence. Here we are coming to the edge of our mat here. Pada Bandha, awaken those arches and spread those toes one at a time. The fifth, the fourth, the third, the second, the first, Tadasana. In Tadasana, our feet can be either hip width apart, or feet together, whatever feels more comfortable. Gathering that energy, we'll start off with 2 cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Stand tall and find the sun. Inhale, draw those arms up. Energy out the fingertips. Draw the belly button to the spine and gaze up and look up. We can keep the hands shoulder width apart or maybe draw the palms together. On the exhale, we're going to swan dive down, a little dynamic forward fold. Heel and toe, heel and toe. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, either hands to the shins, the thighs, or the ground. The back is flat, gaze forward and down. Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, come into a forward fold. For some of us, we might need to widen the feet and softly bend the knees to help us release the backside body, and that is okay. Hips over the knees and the ankles come more to the midfoot. Neck is long, good. Uttanasana, forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Exhale, heart centered. Stand tall and find the sun. Inhale, draw those arms up. Self-confidence. I believe in me. Exhale, swan dive down, a little dynamic forward fold. Heel and toe, heel and toe. Lubricating those joints, gently warming up. Inhale, a halfway lift, hands to the ground, shins, thighs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up and look up. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Hands heart centered. Let's just take a moment and set our intention for our practice. Gently lower your head to your fingertips. And just take a moment to appreciate the opportunity to step on the four corners of our mat and work on you. Perhaps you want to set an intention and offer your practice. For a friend or loved one, someone might be struggling with something in their life. And gently look up. Beautiful. And the yoga flow for self-confidence, standing tall, finding the sun continues. Inhale, draw those arms up. Gaze up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, come into the halfway lift. On the exhale, we're going to frame the feet and we're going to step back into a Phalakasana. Good. Whole body is engaged. Heels over the balls of the feet, active legs. Draw the belly button to the spine. Engage the shoulders. Core stability. We're going to stay here several breaths, breathing on core, activating our core strength, our core stability. Gaze forward and down. Gently lower to the knees. Here we are in our cat and cow. This is a wonderful slow flow warm-up. You guys are going to enjoy it. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. I like to tuck my toes. Inhale, I'm lowering my chest, my tailbone comes out. Exhale, I'm pushing away, rounding the back, tailbone comes in. Inhale, tailbone out, gaze up, look up, spinal mobility. Exhale, push away, round the back. Inhale, gaze up, look up. Exhale, push away, round the back, tailbone in. Inhale, tailbone out. Exhale, push away, round the back. Good. Inhale, lower the chest, gaze up, tailbone out. Exhale, push away, round the back, tailbone in. Good. Come into a neutral tabletop here. Coming into a little shoulder therapy. Inhale, draw that right arm up to shoulder height. We're going to thread that right arm underneath, thread the needle, and take the side, the right back side of the head towards the ground here. Try to adjust those hips. Draw that right hip center. Find the breath as we inhale and exhale through the nose to calm the mind, to warm up the shoulders here, but also release the upper and the middle back. This is a feel-good pose. Come back to center. Good. Inhale, draw that left arm up to shoulder height. Thread that left arm underneath here and lower the back side of the head here towards the ground and try to adjust that left hip center. Here we are releasing the shoulders and exploring a little twist and release of the upper and middle back. Find the breath. Come back to center. Beautiful. I did this warm-up yesterday and my students just loved it. Walk the hands forward a few inches. Lead with the hips. Come into our first down dog. The hands are shoulder width apart. The feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little wider. Let's do a little dynamic heel and toe. Heel and toe. Finding Adho Mukha down dog. Now press through those palms. Those middle fingers are in line with the shoulders. Spread those fingers and let's work on firming those thighs, pressing them back and up and breathing into any stiffness, any pain. Transition, we're going to look at those hands. We're going to walk it forward slowly. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shin sides or the ground. Exhale, come into our beautiful Uttanasana, forward fold. Come more to the midfoot. Feel that release of the backside body. Gently bend the knees, Swan Dive up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, heart centered. Inhale, draw those arms up, stand tall, and find the sun. Believe in you. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins or the thighs. Good. On the exhale, framing the feet, step back into our plank. The whole body is engaged. Draw the belly button, the spine. Lightly dome that upper back, eye of the elbows forward, gaze forward and down. Breathe into core stability. Gently lower to the knees here. Knees are hip width apart, hands under the shoulders. I like to tuck my toes here. Inhale, explore dynamic mobility. Lower the chest, tailbone out. Exhale, round that back. Good. Inhale, lower the chest, tailbone out. So good for the spine. Exhale, push away. Inhale, lower the chest, tailbone out. Exhale, round the back, tailbone in. 2 more. Enjoy the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lower the chest, tailbone out. Exhale, round the back, push away. Come into our neutral tabletop. Thread the needle. We're going to grow this pose. Inhale, draw that right arm up to shoulder height. Thread that right arm through. Rest the shoulder into the ground here. Lower the back side of the head. Many of us, we might keep our hand where it is. Possibly we come to the center of the mat. As I come onto my fingertips here, I'm kind of adjusting that right hip center. Good. And some of us might even grow this pose. We might take the left hand at the crevice of the right hip and continue to kind of press into the back side of the head and release the upper and middle back. Find your breath. Gently come back center. Thread that left arm up shoulder height. Now thread that left arm underneath here. Good. Come on to the side, back side of the head here. Let's try to adjust that left hip center. You can keep the hand where it is, or maybe you take the hand to the center of the mat, coming onto the fingertips. Good. Help adjust that left hip. A little more center. Breathe into the shoulder release. Perhaps we take that right hand into the crevice of the left hip. Good. And draw the little twist here a little bit more. Coming onto the back side of the head a little bit more and gazing up here at the sky or the ceiling. A little upper mid-thoracic release. Find your breath. Gently release. Hands under the shoulders. Beautiful. Walk the hands forward a few inches. Lead with those hips. Find our way into our down dog. Good. Heels are going towards the ground, not necessarily touching the ground. Good. Press through those palms. Draw length in the spine. Heels in line with the pinky toe. Good. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Calming the mind. Adho Mukha, down dog. Staying in down dog, but preparing for a transition. Now our feet are going to come together. Inhale, we're going to draw that left leg to hip level. The left leg is straight. Engage the ball of the foot here, the arch. Good. On the exhale, draw the left knee to the chest and the nose. Place the left foot next to the left hand, preparing for low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Hands to the hips. 1 to 2 dynamics. Interlace those fingers. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another. So we're going to open the shoulders and the hips as we sink a little bit lower. Anjaneyasana. Perhaps we can gaze up and look up. Releasing the shoulders, opening the back right hip. Find your breath. Gently release hands to the hips, frame the foot, runner's pose. Come on to the ball of the back foot. Back leg straight and engage. On the exhale, press those hands into the ground. Draw that left leg back. Come into down dog. Let's do a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Staying in down dog, but now the feet come together. Heels closer to the ground. Press those thighs back and up. On the inhale, draw that right leg about hip height here. Good. Right leg straight and engaged. On the exhale, draw the right knee to the chest and the nose. Place the right foot next to the right hand. Lower the left knee to the ground. Hands to the hips. 1 to 2 dynamics. Now interlace those fingers. Draw the shoulders towards one another. Low lunge here. Now sink a little bit lower. So we're opening the shoulders, opening the chest, and releasing the left hip. Stay here several breaths. Gently release hands to the hips, frame the foot. Come into Adho Mukha Down Dog. We'll stay here several breaths. You breathe into any stiffness, any pain. Gently lower to the knees. The slow flow continues as we explore gate pose. We're standing on our knees are hip width apart. We're going to extend that left leg out and prepare for gate pose. You might have a block nearby if that might help us explore a little bit deeper level. We're going to extend those arms out, gate pose prep. Take the left hand down the left leg and draw that right arm up. Think about the armpit towards the ear and the pinky towards the face as we revolve this torso and heart towards the sky. Very good lateral release, but also so good for this torso rotation. Inhale and rise. Good. We're pressing outer edge of that back foot and of the extended leg, and the back foot is just kind of plantar flexion and just pointing straight back here. Right hand onto the hip or to a block or to the ground as we grow the gate pose in the side fashion as well. Armpit towards the ear, pinky towards the face, but continue to draw those hips forward. And inhale and rise. Beautiful. We're going to thread the needle in this gate pose. We're going to take the left hand on the hip and we're going to draw this right arm underneath here towards this left ankle. Either the elbow towards the ground, my left hand is on the hip, or my right hand towards that left ankle. And I'm gazing up here at the ceiling or the sky. Perhaps I'm going to come even deeper. Extend that left arm. And maybe even take the left arm to the crevice of the right hip. So we have options here as I gaze up at the ceiling. Gate pose, thread the needle, upper mid-thoracic release. Find that breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Inhale and rise. Gate pose prep. Arms are extended, shoulders away from those ears. Hands to the hips. Draw that left knee back under, standing on the knees here. Extend that right leg. Press outer edge of that right foot. Extend those arms. Gate pose prep, Parigasana prep. Draw the right hand down that right leg and that left arm up. Armpit towards the ear, pinky towards the face. We'll stay here several breaths. Heart towards the sky, torso rotation. Inhale and rise. Either the left hand to the hip or to a block or to the ground as we grow this gate pose. Continue to press outer edge of the right foot. Draw those hips forward. Armpit towards the ear, pinky towards the face, heart towards the sky. Keep drawing those hips forward too. Inhale and rise. Gate pose prep. Continue to press outer edge of that extended leg, that outer edge of that foot. Good. Right hand on the hip. This is where we're going to take that left arm, thread the needle, either the forearm to the ground, wherever we are, listen to ourselves, or take that left hand to the right ankle, right hand on the right hip, and leverage this little twist. Perhaps we want to deepen it. Extend that right arm and take the right hand to the crevice of the left hip as we grow this little twist. Heart towards the sky, find the breath. Gently release. Gate pose prep. I believe in me. Positive affirmations, hands on the hips. The slow flow continues, kneeling on the knees. We're going to explore partial camel. Draw those arms up, interlace those fingers, clasp the back of the head here. Now I want you to think of the tailbone kind of coming towards the knees, kind of tucked in a bit. But now draw those elbows. We're going to tilt those elbows up as we explore an upper and middle back and chest opening. Camel. Tilt those elbows up, open the chest, open the heart. Stay here several breaths. What a powerful warm-up. Come back. Good. Beautiful. Standing on the knees. Lower the tailbone. Tuck that tailbone in just a bit. Tilt those elbows up. Lead with the upper and the middle back as we compress and strengthen the spine and open the chest. Open the heart. We'll stay here several breaths. Inhale, rise. Fabulous warm up. The knees are going to come together and we're going to tuck those toes here. Give our toes a little love here. So the knees are together. We're sitting back in the heels and we're kind of giving attention to our toes here. This is almost like a yin yoga posture where we hold it a little bit longer. And the myofascia that's in our entire body, we're almost giving some attention to the toes, increasing circulation. The toes, we jam those in and into our shoes, right? But just giving a little attention to those toes. Let's close those eyes as we sit in this posture. It's not so easy. The toe squat here. Palms are open, open heart, open mind. Come to a kneeling position. Let's do a little wrist circles and pumps. So we're just doing a few wrist circles, giving a little attention. That's what yoga does. It gives attention to so many different areas of our body's body awareness. Let's switch directions of these wrist pumps, these wrist circles. Good. A few more circles. The other direction and a few more again, switch directions. Good. Exploring a little ankle and toe mobility and work here. So here we are, sitting back on those heels and come back up. How do we transition without using the hands and knees? Well, we can practice it. And of course we can place the hands on the ground, if that helps. So we're gonna sit back and roll over. Awesome, something to work on, beautiful. Coming to the center of our mat here. Now I will mirror you guys a little bit. And again, we have the blocks out if that's gonna help us, refine a posture as well. Here we are, Tadasana, either feet together, maybe a little space between the heels, or possibly feet hip width apart, whatever feels more comfortable. Stand tall and find the sun. Cleansing breath, inhale. Exhale. Hands by the chest, elbows up. Add a little bit of a hop in our Prasarita stance. This is where we rotate those big toes in. Press outer edges of the feet. Good. Shoulders away from those ears and energy outside the fingers. Draw the hands here to the lower back, elbows towards one another. Broaden the chest here. Open the chest and the heart. Inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, come forward in our Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands are under the shoulders. Come more to that midfoot. Breathe into the backside of the body. To deepen this pose, let's take the hands back in line with those heels. Elbows pointing straight back. For some of us, imagine drawing the head through the legs here as we release the backside of the body. Find your breath. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, release. So good. Gently come back, hands under the shoulders. We're going to quarter turn your right foot here as I mirror you here. Skandasana, it's like a little half squat here. We're rocking forward and back. The left leg, we're pressing outer edge of that extended foot here. We're rocking forward and back. Hip mobility, hip and ankle mobility here. Eventually, we're going to take that extended left leg, press through the heel, toes up. For some of us, we're going to work on eventually lowering that right ankle to the ground, elbows on the inside. And if for now we're here, that's okay. Do the best that we can. Elbow on the inside, draw length in the spine. Close those eyes and just enjoy this posture, this little half squat. Skandasana. We're going to grow this pose. You're going to take, for some of us, right? Even if you're here, you can grow this pose. We're going to take the right arm in front of the right shin and draw this left arm up. So now we found a little twist here. And some of us might take the left hand towards the sacrum, towards, the right hip here, swim this right arm, and either utilizing a strap if we need to help us find our way into a bind. So we have all different levels. Some of us, our hands are on the ground. Some of us just elbow on the inside, and some of us are growing the spine, heart towards the sky. Come back center. It's a beautiful thing about yoga. The postures can come together. Mobility. Some of us are going to use our hands to the ground to help us get up. We're going to press outer edge of this extended leg and try to root and rise, find our way back into Prasarita. Beautiful. Belly button the spine, nice. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Take your left foot straight ahead, intersect that left heel with the left arch or the back heel. Draw the left knee towards that pinky toe. We're building strength, but we're also externally rotating and opening that left hip. Growing the pose to extended angle, Utthita Parshva Konasana. Draw the left elbow or shoulder inside the knee for stability, stabilization. Either 6 o'clock arms. Notice I have a little bit of room here. Some of us might take the block on the inside of the foot, if maybe that helps us grow the pose, right? And we're going to grow the pose from the back foot through the hips, through the crown of the head. This is where the shoulder or elbow helps stabilize that left knee towards the pinky toe. And we're elongating the torso here, coming into torso rotation from the back foot through the hips, through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Find your breath. Such a powerful posture. Extended angle, Utthita Parshva Konasana. Inhale and rise. Reverse Warrior 2 here. We're going to take this left palm, turn it up, brush the ceiling, and allow that right arm to kind of weigh you down as we open that right side, that left side body here. Good. Pinky towards the face. Awesome. Gently release. Come back to Virabhadrasana 2. Left knee towards that pinky toe. Frame the foot. What is your flow? Step back into plank. Whether we lower to the knees, partial chaturanga, and just do whatever you want to do, or chaturanga. Draw the sternum and chest forward. Shoulders in line with the elbows. Engage the belly button. Press through the tops of the feet. Elongate the spine, Urdhva Mukha. Gaze up, upward facing dog. Exhale, come over the tops of the feet, down dog. Let's do a cleansing breath here. Inhale. Exhale. As you press to the palms and draw length in the spine, think of the tailbone back and down and the pubis bone back and up. Walk the hands and the feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come into forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Exhale, heart-centered. Coming to the center of the mat. Stand tall and find the sun. We're going to explore the other side, guys. Hands by the chest, elbows up. Add a hop. 5-point star here. Draw the belly button, the spine. Rotate big toes in. Press outer edges of the feet. Pada Bandha. Awaken the arches. Hands by the lower back. Elbows towards one another. Gaze up and look up. On the exhale, come forward. Transition forward. Hands under the shoulders. Good. Concave back here. Beautiful release of the hamstrings. Find the breath. Walk the hands now a little bit back farther in line with those heels. Elbows kind of pointed back. Find our way into Prasarita Pada Tadasana. Deep release of the hamstrings. Come more to the midfoot. Powerful posture. Walking the hands back under the shoulders. As I mirror you here, we're going to quarter turn your left foot, so the heel's in, and we're going to press outer edge of that extended leg when we're rocking forward and back. This is our little half squat, Skandasana. So here when we're in this pose, you really feel the stretch in the inner thigh, the adductors. Now we're going to explore this in a different way, right? Press through the heels, toes up, and now a little more hamstrings. Eventually, can we work on lowering the left heel to the ground, elbows on the inside? Awesome. But draw length in the spine. As you press that elbow on the inside, we're drawing length. Taking the left hand in front of the left shin, maybe growing this pose, and the right arm up. It's okay if the hands are on the ground and we're just exploring where we are. This is awesome. Find the breath. Some of you may explore the right hand towards the sacrum and taking that left arm and growing this pose so it becomes a bind, heart towards the sky, torso rotation. Transition back, Skandasana. So we're going to work on mobility. We're going to take that extended leg, press outer edge, trying to get up without using the hands, but some of us might use our hands where we are. That's okay. And try to root and rise. Back to Prasarita stance. Good. Big toes rotated in. Take the right foot, we're one leg length. Ankle is over the knee here as we grow Virabhadrasana 2. Draw the right knee towards that pinky toe. I want you to gaze over that right hand. Press outer edge of that back foot. Feel that inner thigh spiral back, but also feel this right hip opening and building strength. Growing extended angle. On the exhale, draw the elbow or shoulder inside of the right knee. 6 o'clock arms. If we can, build upon this pose from the back foot through the hips. This is where some of us might utilize the block inside the foot. Through the back foot, through the hips, through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Elongate and rotate that torso. So many benefits. Keep the right knee going towards the pinky toe. Inhale and rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Take the right hand, turn that palm up, brush the sky, and allow that left arm to kind of weigh you down as you're opening the right side body. Reverse warrior 2. Gently release Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze over the right hand. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. Wherever your flow is. Partial chaturanga or chaturanga. Bend those elbows. Keep those elbows close to the body. Shoulders in line with those elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Press to the tops of the feet. Draw the pelvis forward. Gaze up, look up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, come over the tops of the feet, down dog. Enjoy Adho Mukha. Down dog. Send the breath. Send that good energy to any stiffness and any pain. Continue to draw length in the spine. Heels getting a little bit closer to the ground. And lift those kneecaps, engage those quadriceps to release those hamstrings. Walk the hands and the feet towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift. exhale, come into forward fold. A little bit deeper. It's okay to widen the feet and gently bend the knees if we need to, but come more to the midfoot. Feel the stretch through the calves, the hamstrings, lower back. Keep the neck long. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Urdhva Hastasana. Stand tall, find the sun. Exhale, heart centered. Proud of you guys. Coming to the back edge of our mat here. I love this exploration. Here we are, feet about hip width apart, maybe an inch or so wider. Inhale, draw that energy up. Urdhva Hastasana. And on the exhale, we're going to swan dive down and walk the hands out into Adho Mukha, down dog. Beautiful. This amazing flow continues. My students loved it yesterday. Draw the left knee towards the chest and the nose as we prepare for a runner's pose, placing the left foot next to the left hand. Good. Here we are, runner's pose. Back leg is straight and engaged. Keeping the right hand under the shoulder, we're going to draw that left hand to the hip or draw that left arm up. And this is where we're going to come to the pinky toe side, a little bit of this right leg, and feel that right hip rotating inward and a release of the upper and the middle back. We'll stay here several breaths. Beautiful, gently release. We're going to lower the right knee to the ground, and this is where we're going to talk to the back foot. And eventually bend that back leg. And eventually, can we clasp outer edge of this foot? Draw the heel towards the buttocks. Good. Heel towards the buttocks, and you're going to feel this release of the quadriceps. If anyone can come into this fairly easily, I like to take my hands over my toes, flip the grip, and my elbow up. Good. Feel that release of the right quadriceps, the hip flexors. Gently release. So where we frame the foot, Ardha Anamanasana, half splits. We're going to send those hips back. We're going to press through that left heel and think about the sternum and the chest, right, coming forward. But as I press through this left heel, I want you to think of this awakening of these hamstrings. That's a little bit body awareness here. Some of us might utilize the blocks on either side as we explore this at a deeper level. But continue to draw the sternum and the chest forward, the front hip back and the back hip forward. Press through the heel. Connect with this breath here. Good. And let's explore it at a deeper level. Now allow that left heel to come forward. Blocks are staying here, but the left heel is guiding. And you're going to find your way into the splits. Good. Or the partial splits. Or the wherever you are, you're going to challenge yourself. You're going to kind of play the edge. I've been practicing, so I'm able to get into this from genetics and just practicing. Good. Front hip back and the back hip forward. Good. Hip flexion and hip extension. Find the breath. If you're able to get in the splits, maybe draw those arms up, create length in the spine. We're going to stay here 5 more breaths wherever we are, honoring where we are. We're going to tuck the back toes, come onto the ball of the foot. We're going to engage the core as we draw that left heel back center. Find our way into Adho Mukha Down Dog. Good. Let's do a cleansing breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Proud of you guys all for challenging yourself. Draw the right knee to the chest and the nose. Place the right foot next to the right hand. Here we are, runner's pose. Back leg straight and engaged. Hand is under the shoulder. Come to the little pinky toe side a little bit more. Either right hand to the right hip or draw that right arm up. Belly button the spine, toes to the sky here, but also rotate that back left hip inward as we come to that pinky toe side. Find the breath. Good. Way to challenge yourself. So good for the upper and the middle back, as well as rotating that bottom hip internally. Gently lower the left knee to the ground. This is where we're going to explore with bending that back leg till eventually we can clasp that back foot and draw the heel towards the buttocks and release the left quadriceps. It's okay to close those eyes. I like to kind of flip my grip. My hands come over my toes and my elbows up. Breathe into this release. This is so good for you to release the hip flexors. Gently release. Send those hips back. Press through the heel of the right foot. This is where we're going to take the blocks on either side and we're going to explore this half splits, but continue to draw that sternum and the chest forward here. And as you press through that right heel, just awaken these hamstrings. Awaken them, body awareness. Hands onto the blocks, and this is where we're going to draw the heel forward of this right foot. Good. And find our way into our partial splits. Obviously, I've been practicing so I can get into the pose easier. But we keep working at it. Front hip, back hip forward. This is where we utilize the breath to help us dive in deeper. The back foot is pointed straight back. If you can come into the pose, maybe you draw those arms up. Explore a little spinal length. Several more breaths. Gently release. Some of you will press the hands on the blocks to transition if you have the blocks. Tuck the back toes. Engage the core to draw that right heel back. Engage the core. Find your way back into Adho Mukha Down Dog. Find the breath. Heels align with the pinky toes. Feel the inner thighs spiraling back. Transitioning to Phalakasana, we're going to explore another little core stability here, several breaths. It's always good to find that core. Draw the belly button, the spine. Dome the upper back. How do you prevent back pain? Well, we have a strong core. Body awareness. Gently lower, we're gonna come onto our stomachs. We're gonna prepare the back here in locust pose before we dive into some more back bends. Let's first rest the forehead onto the ground and just rest here for several breaths. Regenerate. Locust pose, we're gonna warm up and strengthen the backside of the body. The feet are gonna come together. We're gonna take the hands by the center of the chest here, maybe by the bra strap here. The feet are gonna come together. I like to kind of kiss my big toes here. We're gonna press the palms into the ground and we're gonna lift those legs up, active legs. The legs are together, big toes kissing. Open the chest, open the heart, gaze forward and down. We'll stay here several breaths. Active legs. Press through those palms, lift the chest, strengthening the back side of the body. Gaze forward and down. Gently release forehead to the mat. What a way to kind of warm up. That was getting the back ready. Now we're going to take the mat. I want you to go to the wall. I like doing this one on the wall. So if you need to kind of pause my video as you adjust and find the wall and then come back to your practice, you can do that. So we're going to find the wall. Here we are a soft arm distance apart as we explore Ustrasana, camel pose. So here we are a soft arm distance apart. Knees are hip width apart. To build upon self-confidence, it's okay to tuck those toes. And then we might explore the feet coming into plantar flexion. But let's do the first one, tucking the toes, knees hip width apart. I want you to take those hands to the lower back and press that tailbone down. And that symbolizes the hips coming forward, but also increasing length in the lower back. So the tailbone is going to come down and those hips are going to press forward. We're going to draw those arms up. We're going to lead with the upper and the middle back as we press against the wall to open the chest and the heart. Inhale, lengthen, tailbone down, gaze up and look up. On the exhale, press into the wall and open the chest, open the heart. Inhale and rise, neck and head last. Gaze up. Hands, heart centered. Beautiful. Many of us are going to keep this soft arm distance, tuck those toes and continue. I'm going to come forward an inch or so more and come in a little bit deeper. Still, we're going to all, again, feel the tailbone come down and hips come forward. Now draw those arms up. Gaze up and look up. Lead with the upper and the middle back. Push onto the wall and stay here several more breaths. Open the chest. Open the heart, hips forward. Inhale, rise, neck and head last. Hands, heart centered. Just do you. We're going to explore this again. Maybe you're tucking your toes. Maybe you're a little closer to the wall. And we're going to hold a little bit longer. And some of you might not be holding quite as long. You're going to listen and just transition, neck and head last, the best that you can. Draw those arms up. Think about the tailbone coming towards the knees here. Tuck it in just a bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to lead with the upper and the middle back. Maybe walk those hands down. Hips forward. Open the chest, open the heart. In transition, building strength. Hands to the heart. We're going to do one more. This symbolizes, when I'm opening my heart, this symbolizes self-love. Self-love is the number one ingredient for self-confidence. Being proud of who you are. Each day is a new day. Inhale, draw those arms up. Lead with the upper and the middle back. Push against the wall to open the chest, open the heart. Transition, come back. Neck and head last. Hands heart centered. Proud of you guys. Let's tuck those toes and let's just neutralize the spine a bit. Think about the tailbone coming down here, a little posterior tilt, and the arms come up. When we do that, we're just simply doing the opposite of those back bends, neutralizing the spine. Hands heart-centered. Wide-legged child's pose, big toes touching. Widen those knees, send those hips back. Hands are about shoulder width apart, and this is where elongating the spine. Forehead to the mat, kind of slightly draw the chin towards the chest. Close those eyes and enjoy the breath, the prana, as we lengthen the spine and slightly open those hips. Buttocks towards the heels. Press through those palms, lengthen the spine. Gently coming out of this pose, I like to just kind of utilize the wall a little bit for another twist here. So this is where we're going to press the feet against the wall here and just draw length here. So many benefits from a twist here. Supta Parvartanasana, lying down spinal twist. We're going to draw the right knee towards the chest, and this is where we're going to press the left foot against the wall. Guide the right knee over to the left here. And this we're going to extend. We have the left hand on top of the right knee, but we're really more about getting the right shoulder towards the ground. As we press the palm into the ground, gaze over the right shoulder. Feel that release in the upper and the middle back. So good for your spine, good. Gently come out of this. Draw the arms over the head. Toes pushing against the wall. Draw the left knee towards the chest as we lightly clasp around the shins. Help guide the left knee towards the right here as we extend that left arm from the shoulder. Right hand on the left knee, but it's more about the left shoulder towards the ground as we breathe into this release of the upper and the middle back. Gently push the feet against the wall, arms over the head. Getting ready to explore, we'll finish with Viparita Karani here, legs up the wall. This is a magical pose. So we're going to come into it from the side here, the best that we can. And we're going to draw those legs up. Good. If we have tighter hamstrings, we just come off the wall a little bit more. But the feet are together. Good. We actively kind of awaken the arches a little bit. Press the heels into the wall, light active engagement of the feet. We relax the palms. The palms are up here. Good. The back is pressed into the ground, the chin towards the chest here just slightly. Kind of gazing at the toes here. Viparita Karani has incredible benefits. Increasing circulation with the legs, calming the mind, calming our anxiety. It's a powerful healing posture. And as we finish in this healing posture, I want you to say, I believe in me. I believe in me. One more time, I believe in me. The power of self-confidence, the power of your dreams and your goals, your values, your strengths. We're going to stay here a few minutes. You might even take a Shavasana after this if you have time. Relax and regenerate. So I'm going to leave you in this posture, and I want you to stay here as long as you need. Nourish your light, believe in yourself, and share your light. Namaste, that's the heart of Namaste.